nothing cool about being in a Tim Story Fantastic Four movie.
Come on, man. I have to. Tim Story is my bro.
So was I.
That was close. Uh-oh. A little too close. Vamonos! I need a fresh suit of armor!
My hammer and my shades. What the hell? I'm in the null void. Who would be powerful enough to bring me here?
I brought you here, Blockbuster Buster.
Who's there?
You've already forgotten me? It wasn't that long ago I gave you that very hammer.
Lorelei. Not to sound like a belligerent jerkwad, but why did you bring me here?
For an entire year, you have failed to fulfill your duties as the Blockbuster Buster.
What, are you kidding me? I have been doing the job that you so graciously bestowed upon me 8 years ago!
I am afraid you have not. Your task was to voice the rage of fanboys everywhere, one film at a time.
Which is exactly what I've been doing!
No, you have not. You have been carrying out your own agenda and abusing your powers. You made your mission personal.
I just thought that by sitting in a chair and riffing on the movies, I was just putting out small fires. I wanted to take the initiative, take the fight to them, punish those movies the way they punished us, the fans.
While I appreciate your enthusiasm, your actions cannot go unchecked. You must be reprimanded for your hubris.
Oh, here it comes. Let me guess. I have to review 3 horrible movies?
No.
Oh, well, that's a welcome change.
You must review 10.
Son of a...
Before the year is done, 10 flawed films you must bust, or your powers will fade and your hammer will turn to dust.
Any more great news before we get on with it?
I get to choose the first film.
Of course. So, what is it gonna be? Terminator Genesis? The RoboCop remake? The Michael Bay Ninja Turtles?
No. I wish to be more symbolic as your captor. For your first challenge, you must bust Resident Evil, the final chapter.
You simpering sack of
Sir, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back, Jarvis.
It's good to see you again, sir. Is there anything I can get you?
Yeah, get me a suit. And it better be black. Sometimes to move forward, you gotta take one step back. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erodin. I'm the Blockbuster Buster. The filmmaking world has 3 laws. Summer movies make big money. Period pieces win Oscars. And video game movies suck! Case in point, the so-called most successful video game movie franchise of all time, Resident Evil. They made 6 of them, and they all suck. They made 6 of them. Ugh. Let's just do this. So our movie begins with a shitload of backstory. It's been 5 movies! How much more backstory could there be? So as it turns out, all of this started with the leader of the Umbrella Corporation, Dr. Marcus, who desperately wanted to save his daughter Alicia's life, as she was suffering from a rare condition that caused her to age faster. All the while Marcus was searching for a cure, he created a digital double of Alicia as part of an effort to preserve her childhood. When suddenly, the Umbrella scientists discovered the T-virus, which saved Alicia's life, but inadvertently created a zombie epidemic. Oops! In an attempt to save the Umbrella Corporation, recurring Resident Evil villains Isaacs and Wesker put all the blame on Marcus, and then had him professionally assassinated. The villains then took over the Umbrella Corporation, and turned Alicia's digital double into the corporation's ultra-creepy computer interface, known as the Red Queen.
Everybody got that?
So finally, after having 20 tons of exposition dumped on our heads, does the movie actually begin? And we will finally get to find out what happened to our heroine, Alice, during the huge standoff at the end of the last movie. But wait, what happened during the standoff? How did they survive all the zombies and... After all these years, our war will end today. You can be sure of that. So this is Alice, the heroine of the Resident Evil franchise, who is nowhere to be seen in any of the video games, but is ever present in the movies. So I guess this is the part of the movie where they either backtrack and explain Alice's mission and who she is, or action sequence! The earth. What's with all the Doom monsters? After all that excitement, Alice finds a little bit of calm in a random underground chamber. But what she wasn't counting on is that that very chamber is already inhabited by the haunted dot matrix printer. Ooh, I'm sorry. I can't even pretend that that was scary. Then, out of freaking nowhere, the Red Queen appears to Alice to, you guessed it, deliver more exposition. Okay, so when we want exposition, we don't get any. When we don't want it, it's force-fed to us. This movie delivers exposition like Dr. Wells delivers punchlines.
I'm sure not.
As it turns out, the antivirus that could end the zombie plague, kill all the random monsters walking the earth, and tie up all the loose plot threads, was back at the Hive in Raccoon City all along. So, the MacGuffin that could end this franchise is actually located at the Hive, which was the location of the first movie, meaning that this entire franchise could have ended with Resident Evil 1. So Alice has 48 hours to get back to Raccoon City, infiltrate the Hive, and save the world. Gee, I hope a ridiculously obvious trap doesn't hinder the progress of her mission. A brand new motorcycle with a full tank of gas in the middle of the zombie apocalypse? What could possibly go wrong? Alice wakes up inside an umbrella tank, with only 20 hours left to save the day. And right when you think things couldn't possibly get worse for our heroine, she is greeted by Dr. Isaacs. Wait, didn't Isaacs die in one of the previous movies?
I killed you.
Yet here I am.
A clown. I killed your clown.
Boo! But that's not all. Apparently, it's not enough for Isaacs to have his nemesis securely trapped inside a well-guarded armored vehicle. He has to put her in an unsupervised supervillain trap. Will Alice get out of this perilous predicament? Or will she be a sinister zombie supper? Find out next time on the same Resident Evil time, same Resident Evil channel. Oh no, not again! Where do all the motorcycles keep coming from?
Welcome to PCV, Plot Convenience Vehicles. Get your plot convenience vehicles here at PCV. We have cars, boats, helicopters, tanks, submarines, and bikes in all shapes and sizes. Every PCV vehicle comes with a full tank of gas and a push-button start. Place wherever you need them, anytime, any place. So come on down to PCV today. PCV cannot be held liable. And if not followed, death.
Well, that explains that. Sort of. Point is, Alice gets away, so the mission is back on track. Everything will be fine as long as Alice doesn't... She got knocked out? Again? Is she stuck in a time loop? So Alice wakes up, this time captured by rebels. And she only has 12 hours left to save the world. And wait a minute, is that Claire Redfield? An actual Resident Evil character? What a novelty! But as it turns out, Claire is not happy with Alice, as her action-packed shenanigans earlier in the movie have led all the bad guys to the secret rebel base. And now Isaac is about to attack them with an army of zombies. Okay, Alice, I know that these people are in need, but you have less than 10 hours to save the day, so you have to head back to the hive right now.
We don't have long. Let's get to it.
So Alice helps the rebels fight off the zombies, and it goes as well as one might imagine. Holy Testicle Tuesday, did anyone actually survive? Oh, look, only about a dozen people lived. Yeah, that was totally worth it. I'm glad Alice stuck around to help them out. Their lives are all the better.
To make it to the hive. It's our only chance now.
I'm coming with you.
Come in.
Me too.
Yeah, come along. I'm sure Alice is gonna need a few red shirts, helpers, for saving the day and whatnot. I'm sure none of you are gonna die horrifically gruesome deaths as Alice makes her way through the hive. Oh! Well, look at the bright side. At least now only Claire Redfield is left, so that means that we finally get to see Alice working side by side with an actual Resident Evil character to save the day. What's the use? They've spent 5 movies crapping on the Resident Evil characters. Why stop now? And while we're on the subject, let's take a look at how Wesker, the most popular villain of the Resident Evil franchise, dies in this movie. I have no jokes, skits, or cutaway clips for this. I think the lameness, shittiness, laziness, and sheer disappointment emanating for the scene speaks for itself. And thus, Alice makes it to the final boss battle, where yet another one of Isaac's clones is holding the antivirus. You see, kids, Isaac showed Alice, the only person that can stop him, the very thing that she needs to stop him with. Because Isaac is as sharp as a rock. Oh, but that's not all. Alice's mysterious benefactor, the one feeding our heroine information through the Red Queen on how to save the world and how to stop the Umbrella Corporation, is none other than Alicia, the sick little girl from the movie's prologue. What was that? That last twist wasn't twisty enough for you? Well, you might want to pour glue into your shoes, because this next twist is gonna blow your socks off. Alice is a clone of Alicia. And by the way, I have to say that Mila Jovovich's old lady acting in this scene is, well...
You don't need help, Wesker.
Let's just say that Fry was better. So, just to recap, to save Alicia's life, they made zombies, a digital double, and a clone. And how exactly was all of that supposed to save a little girl from rapidly aging to death? Action sequence! And the award for the worst edited action sequence in film history goes to Resident Evil, the final chapter. Congratulations, guys. You figured out a way to suck beyond our expectations. So this wonderfully edited fight scene ends in the infamous laser hallway, where once again Isaacs reminds us of his amazing intellectual prowess. And thus, Alice escapes the hive and dramatically releases the antivirus, successfully killing all of the world's zombies. And herself as well? Oh, that's right, Alice was one of Umbrella's creations that they managed to produce via the T-virus, so that means that the antivirus would kill her too. Man, what a noble hero. No, wait, never mind, she was just taking a nap. And so, to reward her for saving the world, sort of, Alicia gives Alice all of her memories, so Alice can experience what it's like to have a normal life. Yup, a normal life. Where you were born with a rare disease and your dad doomed the world with a plague of zombies. Good memories! And so our saga finally ends, with Alice monologuing on how it will take 5 years for the Earth's winds to scatter the antivirus to all corners of the planet. So while that's happening, Alice travels to Earth looking for wrongs to right and monsters to fight, which leaves the franchise wide open for more sequels. Do you know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of shitty movies getting one undeserved sequel after the other. I'm sick of working my ass off to be better at what I do, only to get knocked back to square one. But you know what really makes me sick? Overrated wannabes calling their weapon Lucille, when that was my jam from the very beginning. Whoa, buddy! You took one hell of a hit, but that's just the thing. Every time I put you down, you come right back with another terrible sequel. This time, do the world a favor and stay down. This movie's a rambunctious, repetitive resident of ridiculousness. Guys, 6 movies went by and the same mistakes persisted. Bad pacing, shitty writing, one-dimensional characters, and the most baffling cinematic sin of them all, which was little to no resemblance to the video games. How this franchise managed to rack up this many sequels is beyond my comprehension. But that's a question for a brighter man than me, so that was one busted, thousands more to go. I'm Erod and I'm Oh, for the love of... You could have at least let me finish the review.
My apologies, Buster of Bad Movies, but it is time for you to face your next challenge.
Oh, save the hyperbole for Shakespeare in the Park. Just give me the next DVD.
Very well. If my warning you will not heed, then you must face Assassin's Creed.
Mother... Hey yo, this video is old. If you want to see brand new episodes of the Blockbuster Buster, go to dailymotion.com/blockbusterbuster. And if you want to join the Legion of Badassitude, hit that subscribe/follow button. And join the Legion, suckers! Nice!